Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's stream. Some people arrived early, partying it up in the waiting room. I'm never certain like how early to start the actual stream versus putting up the actual YouTube link for it. It's always one of those like, is there a best practice? And you Google like, what's the best practice for VTuber? And it's like, there's no best practice. You just do what you want. So welcome today. What a week. What a week. We made it to Friday though. By God, we made it to Friday. I'm sure everyone has those weeks every now and then, those weeks occasionally. Where just like Wednesday hits and you're just like, oh, can't believe it's already the weekend. And you're like, oh God, there's Thursday left and Friday. That was my week. This was, I've gone through like a couple weeks of like really low stress work environment to suddenly just like this week was just like getting body checked by it. And you're just like, no, I don't want to have to actually do my job. I was living that sweet grace that is known as reorg uncertainty. Now it's actually the rubber's hitting the road and I gotta actually like do things. Agony. But not my drawing pen. We are here to chat and draw. I'll talk about that at some point if I feel up for it. That TLDR, in case you want to skip ahead, probably talk about it at the moment. My job got, my role got redesignated from full work from home to return to office 3 days a week. Yay! Going to an office where all my coworkers don't work in the state. Yay! Sob. But it's Friday now. That is a problem that I will have to face in 3 to 24 months. What a generous timeline. All right, so today, what I've started doing is I've developed a reference sheet of myself, which is my actual reference sheet. My little pen here, I like drawing with a little pen. My actual reference sheet here. Oh, also here. Real reference sheet for real fan art. So I use for like if I'm asking for commissions, which by the way, I tried to ask for a commission on a different website and they got rejected by the admin team, not by the artist. It's a Japanese website, so I think they have like very strict rules about what words can be used and how it's translated. And I think I failed the test. So I might retry that again this weekend. But that's using this lovely reference sheet here, which I really like. I really like the expression. It's probably my favorite part. But then I also have my chibi references, which are very helpful when trying to draw chibi style, or I guess develop into my own style that I just draw often. And today, the goal today is I want to try drawing one of my original characters and figure out what their design looks like and what that really means. Because I have like, this is a real, they hit me like 3 weeks ago. Like I have these characters in my head that I keep using in like character creators for video games, Dungeons and Dragons characters. And like, I realized it hit me. It just dawned on me like I said, like, oh my God, these are OCs. These are original characters that people always talk about. So I was like, I don't have any OCs. I don't have anything like that. Then I'm like, Sanish, you've been rolling the same exact character in Dungeons and Dragons for 25 goddamn years. You have an OC. Okay, not 25. Pretty close. I think Sanish is that OC. Because Sanish 2001, 2002, 25 years. Sorry, that's a deep psychic damage from doing some year math there. So let's hide this. So, 2 characters. Look, here are the OC characters I have. I got 4 or 5 actually. Think about. We've got on my pen. I got my drawing glove on. I'm just gonna get right into it. We'll talk about things. I'm probably gonna talk about it and stuff for a good hour before actually drawing anything. It's the design phase. It's a concept phase. It's not stalling. Jeez. We have Arafella. Arafella. 1F. Which, by the way, is named after the Randland country of Arafel. I'm like, I want a cool sounding fantasy name. And I was reading like the 10th book or something. I was looking at the map. I'm like, these are some sick name bases to go for. Then we ignore that instant pot beeping in the background. We have Gin Britches, which started as a joke name, and then I just kept using it because I really like it. I don't know why I like it. I think just I get a little chuckle every time. Then we have oh no, YouTube. Why do you keep refreshing YouTube? Oh well, we're gonna suffer through it. I tried fixing this, by the way, this chat box reloading thing, and I think my only option is to like use a different service, and I'm like, I might have to do that at some point. Arabella, Gin Bridges. We have Artemis. Artemis has taken several forms. I know Gin Bridges is a fire name. We have Artemis. We have Verity. All characters. Back up, we have Malkiar. Obvious. Start there. I mean, I'm not going to write Sanish on here. These are like the main 5 that I've used. I think I feel like I'm missing somebody. Missing somebody from this list. It's one of my D&D characters. So they all come from. We have Artemis. We have 2 Artemises. We have Artemis's brother. Those are the main ones. So this is the sources. We're probably going to be doing Gin Britches or Arafella today because they have a more kind of solidified look in my mind. Artemis is varies a little bit, but Artemis has been in the past a if we're assigning D&D classes and personality types to all these characters. Pen tip coming off. Arafella is more your classical fantasy heroine. Gin Britches is more your comedic heroine. Comedic / like cheese lord. I'm gonna go cheese lord here. Like if there's a cheesy technique to like bypass anything in a game, that's Gin Britches. Artemis has been traditionally a oh god, how do you spell it? Bureaucrat. A bureaucrat, lawyer. Currently, my current Artemis character is a adventure nepo baby. Adventure nepo baby. Usually coward. Artemis is generally speaking coward. Verity is my tiefling bard. Everyone needs a tiefling bard character. Tiefling bard, drow bard, kind of just like, what do I go for? Charlatan. If I need a character who's going to scam people, be entirely charisma based, have no ethics, and just look out for themselves, that's Verity. 100% Verity. No questions asked. And Malkiara is more like Amazonian fighter, martial artist. Someone who could fight on the front lines in the Blight. And it's kind of like how I've generally done. We're not going to be looking at Artemis, Verity, or Malkiara today. Nope. Those are just right out. Mostly because they're not as established as they look like. Verity is like, okay, Verity is more established. Verity was a I had a campaign, D&D campaign, where Artemis died as a character and was followed up by Verity. Artemis also has the last name Archibald III. He's the third, but so we're talking about Arafella and Gin Britches here. So for them, let's look at some of it. What are some of the design elements? Like, what are we going for looks, vibes, colors between these two? Arafella, over here, Gin Britches. They're like, the challenge I have with these two characters is they're kind of the same character, but they're also kind of like different. Oh man, character sheet reveal. That would be, That'd be a long-term move, is to get a Gin Britches and or Arafella character model down the road. As soon as I don't quit my job out of spite from return office. Tell myself every day. Like if I work 2 more weeks, if I just go in the office for 2 more weeks, I can get that character sheet. This might come down to that. So these aren't like fully just like, there's a strong blending between the two. I'm kind of going off like what hairstyles do I normally sign these characters in character creators. Gin Britches is Twin Tails. 100% Twin Tails and Gin Britches. Twin Tails more like, oh, that's not how you spell that word. Kind of purple violet eyes. Twin Tails. The Twin Tails are usually white in color. So, you know, here's the head and just boop, boop. Not sure what that expression is, but I was going for smug and I failed. Arafella is normally kind of like, what hairstyle? Kind of like the brown hair. I think brown hair was the key there. Brown. Kind of like a ear to shoulder length, shoulder length. Like, I'm not quite sure, like a pixie cut, wolf cut, and like wolf cut's a bit longer. Wolf cut. Similar to my current hair, but definitely like longer, parted in the center. I think that's like center part. Instead of my current hair, it has no part. This is a problem with like the overlap. The overlap is like, I'm not sure actually if I have these mixed up or not. Because this, actually, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna describe the two characters before putting which one's which. Glasses, this character definitely has glasses. 100%. 100% glasses. No, you know, I think I played him both ways, and it's kind of the challenge. I have some like, I made some like previous versions in like Pick Mix before, or like not Pick Mix, Pie Crew. Oh, Green Eyes. Yeah, it's the Green Eyes. And it's kind of like, the problem is somebody's just avatars I made for myself, more so than like, one's like the early Sanish model, kind of the same kind of hair. Not smug. Smug's not the word I want. Definitely more Ojo-sama. Big princess energy from okay, this is Gin Britches. Who am I kidding? That's the right setup. I'm probably going to draw Gin Britches today because I like the Twin Tails a lot more. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Sometimes I look at this, I'm just like, wait a second. Is this a character or is this what I want to look like? And you're just like, Deep thoughts. All right, so let's focus here. So we got Twin Tails 100%. Not like full Hatsune Miku length Twin Tails, generally shorter on the Gin Britches side. Arafella is who I played through Baldur's Gate 2 with. And Baldur's Gate. I was about to like say, oh, this character is mischievous, this character is not. I'm like, wait a second, I'm just. They all have mischief. Mischief, 100%. Puck energy. I think this is just all my characters. Which, if you don't know, Puck was the mischievous Fey spirit satyr from Midsummer Night Dream by Shakespeare. Kind of like that Fey-like impish delight, prankster delight. I had this like existential crisis. I kept thinking about myself like, oh, definitely like smug. And I'm like, wait a second, it's not smug. It's more like, and so I'm like, am I talking about myself? Actually, I don't really have Fey energy for these two. Puck energy, definitely. So Purple Eyes, Ocho-sama. Arafel sometimes. Tired, overworked. And this is the problem. So sometimes I played this, like, this has sometimes been the Jin Britches model. And sometimes Arafel has had this set. But I feel like the Twin Tails, Ojo-sama, all that like fits does fit Arafel a little bit better. This is my struggle. My struggle with these two characters. They're too intertwined, and I've like cherry picked different attributes and used them at different times. So they're not like the as separate as I want. Because like I like, oh man. The name Jin Britches to me feels like it should be more whimsical, more lighthearted, but I often pair the name Jin Britches with like overworked bank employee who has to go on an adventure, or like, oh yeah, you know what? I think that is actually true. Switch these up a little bit. Make an executive decision. The Jin Britches in my head isn't the Twin Tails. I've used the Jin Britches name and the white Twin Tails in like my Dark Souls playthrough, but I think that's because trying to get this look on the left here in Dark Souls, the Dark Souls character creator. I'm gonna call Sarafella, and it's Jin Britches. Jin Britches is tired, overworked. Corporate burnout. I'm describing myself. This is me. I will say, I've always wanted to try out having long hair. I don't have long hair. I have short hair. Short hair. Short's probably classified short hair. I've always wanted to try out having long hair, and like to the point of being able to do like wolf cut or just like longer style hair. But it gets about like this length. And I'm just like, I get fed up with it. I can't deal with the hair in my like face longer than this. It starts getting like on my glasses or in my eyes, and I just have to be like, no, I have to get it cut. It just has to go. But part of me always wonders like, maybe long hair would be fun to have. I just need to wait and suffer through like 8 months of awkward length. How long does it take to get from like hair that's above like kind of above your eyes to like below your chin? It's like, what is that, 4 inches, 5 inches? How fast does hair grow? 6 months? A year? Ugh. It's a long time to have awkward hair. It's like getting braces. It's like you have to commit to like a long time of like awkward. You can pick the time like, okay, for the next 12 months, it's gonna be great. I'm not gonna start dating anybody. I'm not gonna try to get a new job. I'm not gonna like do anything fancy. It's like, this will be the year I get braces. And then you put it off, you push it off forever, never actually do it. That was me, like, I think it was like 2 years ago, I thought about getting braces. Or not braces, like Invisalign or something. I don't need it, but like cosmetically it might be nice. And I thought about the logistics of it and how long the commitment would be. I'm just like, oh, I'll pass. And now I'm like, God damn it. If I decided I should have done that like 2 years ago and stuck with it, I'd be done right now. Damn, you passed me. Damn you. Same for growing out my hair. It's like, could have been better. But alas. So we got Jin Britches here. Arafel is definitely Ojo-sama. I think that's the right move. As I said, the origin of Arafel as a name was Arafel from Wheel of Time. Jin Britches, it started because like, how did Jin Britches come to be? Gin britches started with, I was going through a deep gin and tonic phase, which like I've been on a non-alcohol phase for a while now, and I'm starting to get like back on a little bit. I have a beer right in front of me now, like first one like in a month or so. But like there's a summer there. It's like 3-4 years ago where I was going hard on gin and tonics. Yeah. Big name of a big range of naming conventions. And I was with an ex, and it was essentially like one of us wanted a gin and tonic or asked the other one to make a gin and tonic. And the response was like, pull yourself by your own bootstraps. It was like, pull yourself out by your own gin britches. And the idea of like, was that the origin? It was something along those lines. That's not the exact story yet. I should have got my story straight before I started talking. But unfortunately, I start talking, and then it just kind of keeps going. It keeps kind of rambling on. And I don't remember what I said. And someone's like, oh, when you said this thing on stream. And I'm like, yes. I had a friend, I'm like, oh, he mentioned something. And I'm like, how do you know about that? And it's like, you said it on stream. I'm just like, you watched? So this is definitely, gin britches definitely comes from gin and tonic gin. I also like the name gin. I think gin's actually like a pretty I thought about, instead of doing Sanish, doing gin as my name for my VTuber, but it was too close to, it phonetically felt too close to another VTuber. And so I'm just like, let me stick with a name that's been fairly unique to me for 24 years. Sanish is my longest running OC name. Was that true? Yes. Excluding my actual government name, yes. That's Origin Bridges. And I kind of fleshed Gin Bridges out from there, made a D&D character for Gin Bridges. Check. Did Gin Bridges die? I need to check this real quick. I've had several D&D characters die. Sanish, as a D&D character, met an untimely end. Gin Bridges. Oh no, Gin Bridges didn't die. The campaign did. It was The Light Beyond the Witchlight. What was it called? What was that campaign called? Beyond the Witchlight. We got to the third act. Good old Gin Bridges. Gin Bridges there was a bank employee sent to monitor the insurance claim by the Red Wizards of Thay. Good old Gin Bridges. Rest in peace. I've been using Artemis a lot more for D&D characters, and Verity. Good old Verity. But that's neither here nor there. But I will admit, I have killed off D&D characters when I got bored with them and wanted to play a different character. Like, the original Verity came because the original Sanish D&D character I killed off. Sanish was a wild, and is, if I had to pick a class, it would be a wild magic sorcerer. Top 10 class, top 10 class. Give me a D100 table to roll dice on, and I'm happy. Give me that random chance. The gambling that neither you nor the DM knows what's going to happen. Delightful, absolutely delightful. Making custom roll tables for your friends because you gave them some bizarre magic item. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think this is about right. Per White Lies, Airfell doesn't have much. Little face there. A little smug. Gin Bridges is going to be harder to draw because she's a little more generic. I'd want to say it's going to be like, based on my references and what I've used before, which is a mix. I mentioned Pie Crew. I used one like generated image before. I'm like, the hairstyle is very similar to my current hairstyle with the middle part, just like generic ear length, brown hair, green eyes. I think I just always wish I had green eyes. I think like I got boring brown eyes. I'm just like, oh, I lost the genetic lottery. I don't even have blue eyes, brown, not even hazel. I would take Hazel as like as a whatchamacallit prize, not commiseration prize. There's a word for a prize you get for participating and failing to win. Ah, well. I don't have green eyes. You can modify a lot of things about your body, but your eye color. Is that true? Sorry, I need to look this up. Change your eye color. I should know. Can you change your eye color? Oh. There are ways to permanently change your eye color with varying degrees of risk and permanence. I'm not someone to risk changing my eye color, but I'm just like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh, according to this, you can change your eye color permanently by adding or extracting pigments into your eye. Fair, right? Reasonable. Or replacing the entire iris. Absolutely terrifying. I'm glad I learned it's possible. Horrifying. Any sort of eye surgery, horrifying. Wow. So you could like permanently change your eye. Replacing your iris does imply you need a donor iris. Presumably we're not getting cybernetic eyes yet. Though actually, taking a step back, if you said Sanish, you can get a cybernetic iris that's the color of your choice, has better vision, and like can see in the dark or like can zoom in or like do something cool. I consider it. Like, I don't want to get tattoos or like any permanent body modifications, but if you have cybernetic implants that enhance things, I'm a little bit back on board. I'm a little on board. Like, we're in a mild dystopian future, and we're in the darkest timeline. Sure. Where's our cyberpunk? Where's our Shadowrun? No. Instead, we have Bitcoin and NFTs and AI, generative AI. We have boring dystopia. We don't have a cool Netrunner dystopia. Snow Crash lied to us, everybody. But anyway, I'm not going to be changing my eye color. Like, I can't even commit to putting like a sticker on my car. Like, I'm not here to like get a permanent surgery to change my eye color. I couldn't even do a tattoo. I was trying to commit to a tattoo. Absolutely rough. You know how hard it was for me to commit to a model? That's why I had to I had other models for months because I couldn't commit. It's like, it feels like a very permanent decision. However, impermanent decisions, great. Haircuts, easy. Doing things like trying different clothes, easy. Wearing a maid dress, easy. Shaving legs and things, easy. This week, for the first time, I painted my nails. Surprisingly, easy and impermanent. Still getting used to it. But you try these things out. You try them out. That was one of my topics to talk about as I stalled on doing this drawing. So we're gonna draw our fellow. That's what we're doing today. I did try painting my nails for the first time this week. Like, I am currently not in a relationship. I have no plans to be in a relationship. In the past, I have been in relationships and I have helped paint nails in the past. Because sometimes you date somebody who isn't good, who isn't very ambidextrous and needs help painting their like left hand, or I guess their right hand. However, I will say, like, doing a good job painting nails is tough. It is hard. Mostly because some of us didn't wait for the first coat to dry all the way. And that is apparently important, which, to be honest, I should have known. Like, I have painted walls before, and in walls you have to wait for the first coat to dry fully before you paint the second coat. Same principle. First coat has to go down. You gotta wait for it to dry. Second coat has to go down. But surprisingly easy, surprisingly cheap. It's one of those things where it's like, Same for like if you're trying to grow like if you're trying to grow like a beard or anything like that. It's like it's weird at first. Like you're kind of like, for me it's like there's like a burn-in period. Like the first couple of days you're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And you kind of get used to it. And then like once you stop doing it, you're just like, oh, this is weird without it. Like for me, it's like I shaved my legs once for trying on a maid dress for cosplay. And so I got to shave everything, put on like the stockings and the dress and everything. And you look at it and you're like, hey, this looks like, you know what? Not bad, self. Not bad for being in your late 30s. And you're like, okay, that's fun. And then like, for me, the experience has been like hairs and things start to grow back. And all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I like this better without leg hair. And now you're like, well, I've just committed to a lifetime of doing this. And so I'm wondering if painting nails is kind of like the same thing. If so, seems fine. You get fun colors. You can change them up. You can maybe every now and then get done professionally and then admire someone who does. I think I now appreciate when people are like, oh my God, your nails are so great. Because like when you do it yourself and you see someone who are like look perfect, you're just like, shit, man. It's hella well done. Still looks weird. It's still distracting me. Oh, let's get drawing. So we want to. We were looking for twin tails, purple eyes, and smug expression. Okay. Let me put back my. What reference do I want? Give me. Here's my chibi reference of like how to draw chibi. Right, and it's like I think the impermanence part is the big selling point for me about trying new things. I think this year, like last 6 months, year perhaps, has been like there's a lot of experience I've not tried, and probably a lot of people have not tried, not because of like a dislike or any particular reason, but just kind of like it's a norm not to do it, or it's not the norm to do it, right? And so a lot of these things, give it a try. Some things I've liked, some things I haven't liked. And so for me, painting nails was like, you know what? I've never tried it before. Might as well give it a go. Doesn't hurt anybody. No downside to it. Though it was strange. I've gone like weeks in my work of not having video calls. I'm just being like audio only calls for a lot of things. The minute I painted my nails, every call this week has been like small 3-4 person video calls. And I'm just like, forget that my nails are painted. Which is like, it's not a big deal. But I was noticing them on camera. I'm just like, what if anyone else noticed? Then I'm like, no one's paying attention to you. No one's noticing these. Very few people are noticing these things or notice what other people are wearing or doing on other camera. The only times I've like really paid attention, I mean, I look at people in the meeting, I'm talking to them on camera. But yeah, it's like I'm drinking like a water, like I'm drinking my cup of tea, or I'm just like putting my hand on my face to think about something, and I'm like, I see the color on the camera screen, and I'm just like, oh. And people might have noticed, right? Like, oh, someone's so painted nails. That's great. You need the combination of someone who is going to notice and someone who will say something to you about it, usually positive. Usually it's positive. I've yet to have that happen. I mean, I guess most meetings are with men, and they don't probably say anything about that. I think the only times I personally ever say anything about someone's like what's on their camera for meetings, pets are one. If someone's pet shows up, we're talking about. And I had one interview with someone who like I didn't get it was a job interview. I didn't get the job, which is fine. Well, I would have liked to get the job because my friend works there, but that's fine. But behind him, he had a full-on tropical saltwater fish tank, like 6 foot wide, 4 foot tall, not a screensaver, not like anything like that, an actual legit giant fish tank behind him. And it was like, it was super impressive looking. Like I had to talk to him about it during my job interview. I found out he has a fish tank guy who comes by once a week to like maintain it, which is like reasonable, but I feel like take some of the, it's a bit cheaty. 2, super distracting. Having like a giant fish tank behind you in a video call, so distracting. At least for me, so distracting. I'm like, I just want to look at those fish. I just want to track those fish through the interview. Maybe that's why I didn't get the job. You never know. Actually, I never followed up. I never followed up with whoever got hired for that position, if they were any good. My friend works there. I should ask him. Did the person you hire instead of me turn out good? Or are you filled with deep-seated regret that you didn't hire me instead? It's fine. Maybe one day I'll work for my friend, or with my friend. I've had a couple occasions in my life where I've had to ask the question of like, what if I end up working for my friend or working for my ex? Together at the time, but even at the same moment, it has come up twice. Or had my current person I was dating work for me. Those are like some weird conflict of interest potentials to navigate, because it's like, one, professionally, would it work? 2, you have to register conflict of interest with HR, generally speaking, and it's like, gosh, like. I asked everyone to like think about like what would it be like to work directly report to one of your friends, or have one of your friends report to you. And it's kind of a weird exercise because you can like, I have friends. Believe it or not, I have friends who, since I don't believe it, I would happily work for, right? I have friends like absolutely 100% like I would work for this. I would work under this person. I think they'd be a good manager. I think they'd help me like enable me to do a good job. Then I have friends who I'm like, there is no way on God's green earth would I work for them. And in all cases, I would want absolutely nobody to report to me because I do not want to manage people. Thank you very much. That is too much responsibility for this foxboy. No. But yeah, you can easily imagine people you'd want to work for. And I've told some of them, I'd be like, I would 100% work for you. Like if they were like a vice president of something and I'm like, they need to hire somebody, like I trust that they'd be a good manager. That's important. Well, a good manager for my working style. And 2, we'd be able to separate our personal and professional lives and compartmentalize them as needed. I think that's a skill that is much more difficult for some people. But of course, like as a perfect employee, it would never be an issue until he's like, until it's 1 p.m. and he's like, I noticed you're logged into Steam and playing a game. And I'm just like, ah. Well, then I just hit back with like, why are you on Steam at 1 p.m. looking at me playing games on Steam at 1 p.m.? Checkmate. Checkmate, nerd. That never happens. I would never do so. For legal purposes, I would never do such a thing. It's competitive research. Okay, let's get drawing. So, Chibi style. This is very top of mind as my office has gone from 5 years of working remote to I now have to go back into an office at some point soon. So I'm like, do I want to keep working here? I like money. I do like money, but I'd rather work for a friend. So they don't have job openings. That's not a problem. Like that's the problem. Like they can't hire me. Stop. So where am I? Drawing gin britches. So first off, we're just going to draw a shuffle expression. We're going to start with. Oh no. You ever draw a line and you're immediately like, this is not the right line to draw? That was what just happened. So we're gonna start with. Let's see, we're gonna start with the I want to do this. It's too big. I'm gonna start with a big smug face, which is gonna be smug. I want like... No, yeah. I don't want smug. I want like displeased. Perfect start. So Gin Britches has a in my mind, there's two parts. There's going to be like some like framing hair, like a bit big. Oh, that is. I think the key is like you need the hair to frame here like this, and then we're gonna go. So we need some like framing, and then. Why does it feel deeply wrong? This head is too small. Let's try the actual head. So head's like this. And then maybe a little bit lower. I've never drawn like fully from scratch before, like a character, which is why I've been stalling on this for an hour now. Gin Brit does not have fox ears. But twin tails are going to be like a oh no. I should have looked this up. This is not all what I want. You know, I'm just gonna look up chibi twin tails and see what comes up on the old internet. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm missing the bangs. I think that's what I'm missing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know, it's just... Oh my God, that's not it. Is it 3 fingers? 3 fingers. It's 3 fingers to delete everything in shame and embarrassment. Cut it from the VOD. Nobody look. I'm missing the bangs portion. So it's kind of like, if you look at the hair, and for chibi expressions, like the hair is like 98% what we're going for here. So based on like my quick Google, you've heard of Google, probably. There's a bangs portion. There's a bangs portion, like a side, ignore layering for a second. There's a side thing, and then there's like a bangs in like the top of the head, and then there's usually like a you know what I'm drawing? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing needy string overload. Here. Oh, I got it. I'm drawing Kawaii Angel. Actually not quite, but pretty close. I'm drawing more Oma-chan than Kawaii Angel. Kawaii Angel has a crazy ribbon twin tails. No, this hairstyle isn't quite what, I mean, you can't see what I'm looking at because I'm not sharing my screen because that is ripe for terrifying mistakes. I think it's like this is what happens when you don't gather anything that resembles references before you're getting started. And you just do it live. What I'm mostly looking at is like, how do you layer the bangs? It's kind of like the... kind of my current question to myself. How do you draw anime bangs in a way that is, one, easy for me to draw, but also, oh my god, there's a Potter 01. That's better. Okay, that's good reference. That's good reference. So it's not quite like this, but then you'd go like. Not quite that expression, but hold on. Not crazy eyes. There's no nose. Chibis don't have noses. Basic expression, not quite what I want for gin britches, but a starting point. I'm going to iterate this on quite a few times. We're not going to get to a final design today, but we're just kind of practicing. That's the point of this, practicing. So Ame-chan's chibi bangs, if I look at this reference over here on my right, there's kind of like, goes down, just gonna not copy, but look at this as guidance for what is done. Chibi hair is funny because like there's essentially these big tufts of hair to like I move quite a bit when I look up and down. And then this hair, which is very different from my like current hair. I think that's what's. We have another tuft that goes like, it's like this, and does this. My hair does this also. It's kind of like a up, like a little under. It's like it's a little, the hair goes up and under, and then we delete. This is copy. I'm not using this as, this is not Jen Bridges' hair. This is me figuring out how this hair works. And there's like a little band here that makes sense. There's like a little band that all the hair gets pulled into, from which you get like a pop, you get like a little pop out here, and then one twin tail, and the other twin tail kind of does like the same like little thing, and then it pops out over here. And then we go here, and then in this case of Ame-chan for Need Streaming Overload, there's like one of those like little what are those clips called? Called like the cross-shaped clips you get in your hair in anime. Maybe there's hair clips. Maybe there's hair clips. I feel like there's a word for them, and I knew them at one point. And for Ame-chan in particular, then this is like bases like this, little like big eye, and then and Ame-chan, the other eye is covered, so I put it the Chunia eye patch in. You always need a Chunia eye patch. Jin Britches, by the way, would 100% have a Chunia eye patch. Jin Britches is a little chuny. I think that, you know what? I need to add that to this list here. A bit chuny. Yes, that's an important aspect. Cancel. Nope. We've all been through a chuny phase, right, everybody? Right, chat? We've all had a chuny phase. We don't need to talk about mine. That's better. A little better. Oh my god, it is official. Wait. How close official did I just draw this? Oh no. Okay, Gin Britches is a little like official. Okay, you know what? I'll cop to that one. Oh shit. It is okay. I've ended up drawing official. Similar. I think Gin Britches and official definitely have some similar vibes. Probably like 15% the Chunibyo of official here, but style-wise, official's great. I loved the one Golden Apple Archipelago, all about her and like the ravens and the manners. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely adored that one. With what's his name? Was it Don't Ask Me About Arnold? What was the name of that raven? I'll get to what Chunibyo is in a second. I'll circle back on that. What's his name? Oh, Immer Noxreich. That's it. Immer Noxreich. What was Arnold's full name? Arnold Raven name. Not Oz, internet. Jesus, I don't want Oz. Ask me for directions to Arnold. That's what it was, the official sim. So, oh God. Probably peak summer event for me. Probably my favorite one. I need to get back into Genshin Impact. I turned out of Notland real fast. I actually thought about doing some streams of getting through the main story Archon quests for Genshin Impact. So that's something I might explore in the near future. That and Star Rail. Maybe Infinity Nikki, probably not Infinity Nikki. Most because I have like 10,000 Primo Gems saved up. Being a teen is the default Chini Fades. So for those who don't know, let's take a step back. Not everyone is in the know. Chunibyo is the Japanese word meaning essentially middle school syndrome, or middle school syndrome. Not middle age. Middle age is where I am now. Middle age is when you decide to quit your professional corporate job to become a full-time Foxboy VTuber. That's the middle age syndrome. Middle school syndrome is usually characterizes kids in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades in the United States, where you feel you're essentially the main character syndrome is another word for it, where you feel like you have special powers, or you have magic abilities, or you think like these things are real, and you kind of have like a fantasy layer or fantasy lens on your daily life. So perhaps you think you can open up the doors of a subway station with powers, as in love, Chunibyo, and other delusions. Top anime, definitely recommend it. Maybe you live in your own fantasy world, fan fictions and OCs, and you think the characters are real. A lot of manifestations, but it's kind of like that, like for those who are older. So I do not know what middle school is like these days, for a lot of reasons. But let's say you were in middle school, hypothetically, 25 years ago. Just to throw out a number, tossing out some random number, and let's say you were in a California public school. Hypothetical situation again, not applying to anybody here. The Chunibyo was that one weird kid in your class. You know the one. At the time, before I get canceled by anybody, they're just known as the one weird kid. Maybe you had two. Maybe your school had a couple. If your school population is like 2,000 to 3,000, you probably had a couple. Where they went through a phase of like, if you remember the, I think back to the Star Wars lightsaber kid from, was that Vine? Where that came from? I'm not sure where that came from. People who are deep into LARPing in middle school and high school who like bring it into their constant day-to-day life. Yeah, tragic past, like real life. Exactly, you know exactly. That's chunibyo. It's much more prevalent in Japan. They got a cool word for it. And then it's often abbreviated as chuni, and it shows up in a lot of anime, Japanese and Chinese media. I say Chinese because Genshin Impact has official and it is Chinese. And like, I can't cast. I live in a glass house in which I'm a Foxboy VTuber, so like I can't really. I'm not like saying it's a bad thing. It is a moment in life of deep whimsy and imagination, where the boundaries of what is real and is not real perhaps get blurred more than is generally speaking socially acceptable. Sometimes it could probably get to the point of being detrimental. But it's also just like, come on, you're a kid. Like, let's not pretend like middle schoolers are like mature adults. Any middle schoolers in chat? Probably not. If you are, you know what? I stand by the statement. Middle schoolers aren't mature adults. In absolutely no way, no shape or form. Let them just like have fun and whimsy. Right, usually people either grow out of it or adopt it or post about cheap viewers on their janky ass website. No one wants your cheap, like, get out of here. Make me open up to my own Twitch to ban somebody who evaded the dodge ban. Yep, rude. Yeah, normally grow. The funny part is when they grow up and they become like a lawyer or like some very serious. Oh no, I opened up my own Twitch. Sorry. I had two instances of my window open where I sing my live to me feed and then the Twitch feed, which is delayed a couple seconds. And so I'm just seeing myself in like slightly delayed motion. Terrifying. So yeah, you knew that kid. That's chunibyo. We all, some of us perhaps had a phase in varying degrees of chunibyo. Some of us, hypothetically, may have gone into a Celtic phase of our looking into look, you buy one book, you buy 2 books on Celtic witchcraft and magic in middle school. Let's just hypothetically it up. You start wearing a silver Celtic knot ring. You look at amulets and buy them at Ren fairs. Like, it happens. It happens to all of us. You buy Gaelic lessons on tape and you pretend like you're going to learn how to do that, but they're on actual cassettes, and it's harder to learn languages that way. You go through a deep phase like this. It's fine. It's normal. It's normal and fine. We all go through it, right? A deep lore. That's deep Sanish lore. It's actually around that time that Sanish the OC came to be. That's about right. Probably like 97 to 2002 era. That was in my era, well, not era, lifestyle. I have no rhythm and I cannot dance very well. And so river dance, right out for river dance. You need a lot of rhythm dance. But a lot of Celtic music, a lot of Irish bands at the time, still do, admittedly, at times when the mood hits. I went and studied abroad in Scotland. Definitely not influenced by that chunibyo phase. No, not in the slightest. Who would do such a thing? Not I. Actually, I studied abroad in Scotland. I really wanted to study at Trinity in Dublin, but the program didn't support. Oh, I couldn't justify it with my major. problem. It's a problem when you don't study when you study a hard science, you need actually like a pretty strict requirements for a year abroad. I loved Edinburgh. I'd go out to Edinburgh in a heartbeat. But we all had a Chinibyo phase. I actually lost my original Celtic ring. It was a silver ring. I lost it in the snow. One of the few times I went to like a snow cabin in shit, what's the name of the town? Is the town in the place where they bottle all the Crystal Geyser bottled water? I had to get a replacement silver ring. Very upsetting. I mean, hey, look, cattle rustling, not that far off. I have several ancestors. If I go back several directions of my family, I could probably hit some cow rustlers in some directions. My college campus's mascot was an Argentinian cow thief. Don't know why, but I enjoyed it. Any gauchos in chat? There are no gauchos in chat. Who did I talk to? Soup, who I was on a stream with yesterday. We ever find like you meet somebody through a mutual friend, for example, and you find out that you went to the same undergraduate like a year apart or 2 years apart in almost the same major? Wild. I wouldn't want to steal or rustle Highland coos. 1, adorable cows. 2, I'm not built for the outdoors. Rustling cows? Being a cowboy? Like, 1, I've never ridden a horse. I'm not sure what that even looked like for me. 2, I grew up in a dairy area. I don't want to steal cows. Cows are messy. There was a brief moment. 7 years ago, 5 years ago, or my now ex. I guess you say your ex, but at the time they weren't your ex. It's a weird. There needs to be a better word for it. Had that brief burnout moment of like, oh, there's a lot of cow VTubers. Cow VTubing is not. That's not fringe. That's not, or no, not I mean, the fringe on the VTuber. There are cow VTubers. That is it's a pretty. Not popular, but not unusual choice. There's the millennial, like, what if we quit our tech jobs and we go to Bend, Oregon, and we buy an alpaca farm and we raise alpacas and sell alpaca wool. There's always that, like, you're one bad meeting away from quitting the digital world to live on an alpaca farm in Bend, Oregon. Yeah, no, fringes and bangs. No. There's Highland coos YouTubers out there. Ooh, actually, I've seen cow VTubers for certain, 100% for certain. I'm not sure if I've seen Scottish Highland cow VTubers. Well, now I'm curious and stalling on drawing. Highland cow VTuber. It's gotta be at least one. Oh yeah. No, easy result. I think every now and then I feel like, I feel like, man, I picked, as a Fox boy, I feel like, sometimes I feel a little unoriginal. Like Fox boy is pretty close to mainstream. It's like, if I came out here as like a cat boy, pretty, like that and like Demon VTuber, fairly mainstream in terms of VTubing choices. I'm like, oh, what if I pick something cool and unique? Like, then I see some people's ideas and some people are just like, they're so creative, and I'm just like, damn. I think it's just always like, I'm not jealous. Jealous is the right word. Beaver boy. I'm not sure why, but Beaver boy sounds insulting for some reason. There's something there. It's like the cadence or rhythm of that phrase. Like, I feel like I'd go to Canada and someone would be like insulting and be like, hey, Beaver boy. And I'm not sure what it means, but I feel already a little offended. I'm not sure why. You get some good jokes in there. You get some good jokes about eating wood. Think about it. Think about that one. That's solid. That's content. That's top quality content right there. Oh man, not gonna lie. Go back to Canada, get some maple syrup. Hope you enjoy your Tim Hortons, Beaver Boy. If you're any Beaver VTubers out there, I'm so sorry. I live too close to the Canadian border. Quality, this is potential quality. I think it's like part of the struggle, and it is. Oh no, it reloaded. The struggle against. If you're a male VTuber, you really have two choices. You have two paths you can take in life. One is the husbando path. Two, cute boy path. That's it. Those are the two options. There's no middle ground. You can't be like regular dude or like anything else. It's either husbando or cat boy. That's it. Those are your options. And I definitely do not have husbando energy. No way at all. That is happening here. All right, let me look up. Okay, I was looking up official Chibis. Give me a good official chibi here. Can't believe I just drew official. Let me try drawing this official. This is from a sticker online. Let's turn it official. Male wife. I could do male wife. I'm not sure there's many male wife VTubers. Honestly, though, I haven't looked. That's not a search term I use very often. I'm not saying non-zero, but very often. So that Toma fan art. I think that's more of just like the lifestyle I wish to achieve. Any high-powered executive single fox ladies in chat, let me know. Ideally, if you own your own publishing house, also great. Any Yai Mikos in chat. I'll cook dinner for you. Just let me quit my job. I just stream and take care of the house. No pets though, or children. Those are right out. I don't actually want to work very hard at doing this. Ideally, could we get a housekeeper too? Fantastic. I'll just cook meals every now and then. How's that sound? It's a good deal. You pay for everything. I cook dinner occasionally. I watch anime. I make you laugh. And that ends my job interview for male wife. I don't even like cleaning. I hate dusting. All right, chibi. So I picked one that has way too much hair and not simple enough. They're all very smug, which I'm not against them being very smug. Oh, here's Chibi official from the official Genshin stream. Let's start there. So the hair is like. So we're gonna go like this. She has two things. They kind of. I'm struggling. Oh, that's not it at all. What I'm struggling with is like what the top of the head looks like. And it goes up to the top of the head, and then there's like a. This is just straight up. I'm just drawing official right now. So again, it goes, passes through. It's a very messy official. And then official, which is not does not apply to Jin Britches, has a lot of hair going on. Two. I got the proportions wrong. Mostly as a practice and also helping me identify what are the actual like key features. I'm gonna go here. Oh, that's not the right shape. What are the key features that make this hair look good? It's like this is what I'm drawing right now is too much layering. And then Fischl has like, she has like there's another ponytail over, there's a ponytail on this side we're not seeing, but she has like a little bat hair piece here. And then her face is like from here. Like this. eye patch. I know canonically doesn't have the straps there, but I'm gonna draw them anyway. And then she has a big eye. Pretend that's colored in. Oh, that was way too big. I'm gonna stick with it though. It's the way too intense visual. I kind of like it. I kind of like the intense glare. The too thick lines. And then for the ponytail, so what happens over here, it's like, there's kind of like a connection point made here. That's kind of like here, and then there's like, there's a ribbon like this. It's not a very good ribbon. That is actually a bad ribbon. And then from here we have like, I need to scroll. Nope, undo. From here, the hair goes from underneath the ribbon. Oh. Then also, so that's like one of the ponytails. But then Fischl, not Jim Britches, has also just has long hair in the back. And then like the body and stuff. So Fischl just has like a, has like a little bow and like her little corset, like her little dress thingy. Some lines, and there's like a shoulder. There you go. That's Fischl. Not in a nutshell, but and she has a little diamond thing here. And then there's going to be Oz. That is the world's worst. But you know what? I don't want to get attacked by crows in my life, so I'm going to delete that. So that's kind of like me eyeballing a trace of Fischl. So what I'm kind of seeing here in terms of like, so we have Ame-chan here, Fischl, Raw-dogged. This is from the Kisher. I'm not even gonna try to draw her outfit because it is like, it's a Hoyoverse outfit, man. No, I'm trying to draw at this stage of my drawing practice, drawing a actual Genshin Hoyoverse style outfit. Bonkers, be bonkers. But what I'm noticing, element wise, they have this like, the back of the head pulled up. You know, they get different colors here. They have like this back of the head, when the head's tilted, kind of like, well, it makes sense. Like if you have twin tails, you have like essentially the two back halves of your head are pulled into the braids, into the tails, and then it's like they're not one piece. They're like, we have this piece here, we have another strand of hair here, and like kind of like a bigger bump here. You can kind of see there's like this bump here, but it's like it's a couple pieces of hair. You can't just be, it can't be like this where it's like one solid drawn piece of hair. It needs a little bit more depth to it. Ame-chan is more the detail range I'm looking for, versus Fischl was way too complex. That's way too much hair to have at once. But bang wise, Ame-chan's bangs are like, these are just like straight across and symmetrical, which normally chibi faces are at a bit of an angle. Like over here, for example, both these are like facing a bit to the left, not dead on. I drew this one dead on, and that's why it looks a little weird. And so you have the twin tails, and then you have we're gonna have our bangs, and then both of these also. I think a lot of Chibis. You might have your bangs, like, I mean, I have my bangs right here and right here, but then you have two kind of like hair pieces that are framing the face on the right and the left. Seems like a very common theme. One is you don't have to draw ears, always a plus. Two, I think it's like you're exaggerating the hairstyle as that's the identifying feature, and the face is almost like secondary to that, except for like your eyes and your mouth. Get rid of that layer, so we're gonna delete it. So identify some trends here. So things official has hair in the back. Jim Britches does not. Jim Britches, like, we have some bangs, we have some of the hair in the front, and then the twin tails, but no long hair flowing in the back there. Because Jim Britches is an adventurer. No time to take care of super long hair except for the twin tails. So we have Omichan. Let me see. I want to do one more Chibi. Chibi twin tails. What character has twin tail? It's not Hatsune Miku. I mean, I could just find a Hatsune Miku reference. It's not the worst thing. Ching. I don't want Kaching, the fake cat ear hairstyle. Oh no, that's Hatsune Miku. Not like this Hatsune Miku. I think Chibi is not a chubby. Chibis come in two sizes. We have 2 head tall Chibis and 3 head tall Chibi. Where is a better Chibi reference to draw here? I might just do Hatsune Miku. Oh, you know, here's a more detailed one. I'm gonna go with, I could do Doki. No, Doki has a hat. I'm gonna do this one. Let's go with, this is from some free clip art website. That is not a reference I care for. Damn it, Doki, why do you wear a hat? I should have gotten references before the stream, but I didn't, and here we are. Ah, here you go. We'll go with this one. All right, Dad prayed. Chibi's come in 2 sizes, 2 heads, 3 heads. Or you just do whatever you want. You just YOLO it. All right, this is, I think, closer to what I'm looking for. It's not I'm not using a Chibi reference, so we're just gonna, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it and see what happens. All right, so this style is, it start off with like, you go up. In a little bit, and then we have one about here. We're gonna go. Oh, I drew that too thick. And it kind of goes like this, and then over here we go. Like this, and that kind of comes in here. Oh, this is looking weird. Looking weird, Sanish. Okay, get this going. This style has like a twin tail starting. It's like almost like a single point. Let's pretend there's more details in here for a second. I'm just not feeling this one as much right away. Oh, that looks mega bad. Presumably there's some like, this is suggesting. Oh, terrifying. So this version has like an ear right here, like this, and then the face is like that, and then we presumably have like eyeball. Ooh. I want. That's not chin bridges at all, but we'll stick with it for a second. I don't know. I think the Ame-chan style is definitely like feeling a little bit more than the random one I found on the internet. So we're gonna shrink this one down. Shrink down. Put it in my box of shame over here. Let us shrink this one down. Let's do some organization. All right, shrink you down. Drawing from scratch is hard, everybody. Who agreed to do this? Who would do such a thing? You. Oh, I'm trying to turn out pretty good. Official right there. Honestly, the official one came out the best. Like maybe I should just draw official fan art. Maybe I should throw out the whole like OC, create your own, be creative, do your own things, draw fan art. I mean, it's all started as me drawing fan art of myself. What a narcissist, what a self-centered thing to do. Accurate though. That's terrifying. Whatever I just drew is terrifying. Let's try another. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. If we look at this I want something between these two drawings. It's kind of what I'm aiming for. So I'm aiming for here. Between Ame-chan and Fischl. Fischl has so many layers of her hair. I like how I drew both the eye patches. I don't think Jin Bridges has a Chunibyo eye patch. Yet. I'm not even getting into colors. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna first off delete this layer. And now we are going to draw something. Light sobbing sounds. Okay. So my problem with this first one was the too square on the bangs and straight on. Problem with the last one I drew just is nightmarish. Ame-chan, better. Official, too complex, but still better. I messed up. The eyes messed up. Fair. Creative process in motion. Ame-chan was pretty good though. So Jin Bridges has bangs, like cut bangs, or is it more official style where it's brushed aside? I don't know. What does Hatsune Miku have? Hatsune Miku has hair like myself. Oh, that's a really cool stylization. Okay, we're not gonna copy Hatsune Miku this time. Let's try it. We're gonna try this. We're gonna go. I don't want to like straight up plagiarize, but I'm not doing this for commercial purposes. There's no commercialization happening here until I quit my job to RTO. Then there might be. Then I'll sell out. I'll show them. I was just trying Ame-chan again. I like all the layers Fischl has. Like all the layers on the left here, like this. Great. Wonderful. I have here though. Ame-chan is simpler. And I think I like the twin tails. Whoa. Oh, if I turn my pencil on the side. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was pressure based. Interesting. Learn something about my Apple Pencil and this brush I have selected. What do I like? I like the bangs. I like the twin tails, but I like the bangs Fischl has, which are closer to what I have. So we're gonna simplify it. So we're gonna go. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna go. I'd have white ink selected. The angle's killing me. Trying to draw at the angle is what's probably not holding me back. Cause me panic. It's once you draw something, you look at it, it's hard to like escape. Like I just want to draw like. Oh, that is not what I want to draw at all. Just iterate. So quickly and iterate. And then we're going to have like... Does Jennifer just have bows in her hair? Not really. If you need something, doesn't it? Like, Hatsune Miku has those square things. Up. Drop my pencil. Fischl has her like bats in the thing. Amachan has like those bows. I'm not sure what Jin Bridges has, but we can do something. We're gonna go like something like this. I'm gonna go. I like just a. Over here we're gonna have the same thing, except it's like. So it's essentially like a scrunchie with like a little bow. That's definitely not at all related to Poma Rain Puff. Don't worry about it. There we go. Switch in and go. And then we're gonna go face. I'm gonna draw like I'm drawing Amachan again, but that's fine. Away. Oh man, this is a pretty great Miku. I don't know. WebP image. I don't want a WebP image. Get out of here, you stupid WebP. No one wants WebP format. Nobody ever wants WebP format. Website. I'm not going to use it exactly, but I will share it because I think it looks pretty cool. So this is the Catch the Wave Miku. This is the on top of it. I like the trick bang. This has the style I really like of the undertone of the hair is a different color than the overtone of the hair. So I can't actually draw because this is not in Procreate, but the kind of like the pop aesthetic coloration. It reminds me a lot of what I have for my profile picture on like Blue Sky. But it's a pretty good reference. I'm gonna put that. Oh God, oh Lord. I might look at that Miku. That's a pretty good Miku. Remove, there we go. Yes, please remove this image for me. I just made a super grumpy looking. I just looked back and Amachan was like, this is a super grumpy, not quite Jin Britches. This isn't quite Jin Britches. But kind of I think it's the face. The face is killing me that okay, I need to just... So let's redo this face. Maybe that will help. God, I can't help. How do I draw to not look just very disappointed in the world? I think it's lack of color that's killing. It's like... I don't know why this is so hard. Wrong way. There we go. I'll stick with that for now. I made the head too big and the face too small. Shrink it down. Shrink it down. Add it to my pile of shameful drawings. I'm going to turn off... I like that one. This one. This one. Move you up here. I'm not sure what expression I'm trying to convey. I think my head proportions are off on this one, and that's so it's kind of like the face space is too flat and wide, especially compared to like these two drawings, where it's more like overall it's like a circle, and this is more a like, these are more like football oval, not like... They are angry. I know. I can't go try. Maybe it's just my mood today. I'm like, all day today, I've been like, jaw is very so. I'm like, man, I think I have allergies. Maybe I didn't sleep well. I keep drinking caffeine. I'm mad about work. Like, why do I feel so irritated by things? It's coming out in me drawing just a bunch of angry chibi characters. It's no weekend though. We're gonna get over this. We're gonna get better and not be an angry little fox boy. Why do you have... There's like a stray white line being drawn. Right, it's the RTO. It is the RTO. 400% for sure. Like I know what the source is. I hate it, Precious. I want to try to like draw this Miku though, because this Miku is pretty cool looking. Again, this is practice. We're not finalizing the Jin Precious appearance. We're kind of refining it, testing out ideas. Look, I know some people on the internet joke about how they wish to be stepped upon. I am not one of them. Parakeets are also not one of them. We're going to look at, man, why is Miku so cool? Stop. The problem is, like, in my mind, like, the Jin Bridges twin tails are fundamentally and emotionally different than Hatsune Miku twin tails. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what makes me feel that way. And that's something I need to reflect on and think about. Because like Hatsune Miku twin tails are a very different category than like Fischl or Ame-chan here. I think it's like, I'm thinking like shorter. I think not quite like say here's the head. Not quite like short, but like definitely like something like, Jesus Christ, am I just drawing a Powerpuff Girl? Am I just drawing bubbles? Shit. I don't like that. I don't like that fact. I'm just drawing bubbles from Powerpuff Girl. Lower Twin Tails. Oof, that's not... Like, how the back of the head and the hair comes down, and like you pinch it here, and kind of comes in. Not quite lower. I think it's definitely like Jin Bridges is definitely like the higher up in the head. Like the twin tails that I imagine give you massive headaches from the strain. Bubbles, by the way, from Powerpuff Girls, for those who this, and then we got there you go, Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. And then if you want to finish the look off, legs. Legs, that's not the right. I'm trying too many poses at once. Animation wise, feels like a very Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. No. I think referencing Miko's fine because it's like it's close, but not like exactly right. My realization I was drawing Bubbles. Buy cute bunnies, Miku. Okay. Buy cute bunnies, Miku. There's the buy cute one in the street version. Yeah, okay, I see. I'm like, oh, there's two versions, street version. Oh, that is a lot closer. Yeah. This is also the type of figurine where it is running to the like as a single man. I'm not sure I should own this figurine. Yeah, no, specifically street area. Yeah, no, I see. That's definitely like that's much closer to the right size and length. I like how like my reaction is like I started buying figurines in earnest in the last year or so. But I feel there's definitely, in terms of buying figurines, lines that once you cross, you open up like a Pandora's box of other figurines. And I think bunny versions of characters is one of those lines in the sand that once you cross and buy one bunny figurine, you open yourself up to many bunny figurines. But if you hold that line, you're safe for at least a little bit. Exactly. It's your gateway bunny girl figure. You have one, and once you get past it, there's no turning back. There's no hope left for you. And depending on who you are, your friends, your established relationships, gender identity, all those things play into how does society see you collecting a bunch of bunny figurines? If someone came to my home and I had a full wall of nothing but bunny figurines, it might raise a few eyebrows, which you could say, Sanish, don't be friends with those people. And you know what? Then you're buying the top heavy ones. It's a slippery slope, which sometimes you can see a slippery slope and you could see, like part of you is like, looks like a fun slippery slope. Like, no. It made like a fun slippery slope. I'm gonna put bubbles up here. But it's an expensive slippery slope. That's the thing you got to keep in mind to prevent yourself from getting on that ride. And then all of a sudden you're going to Japan and filling your suitcase for figurines that are too lewd to sell in the United States. And you have to explain to customs what they're about. Sudden new nightmare got developed in this thought. But that's it's easy to go down that route. Because once you know... There, but for the grace of Tokyo Taco Mode go I. As the saying goes. All right, Hatsune Miku street figurine. I haven't drawn based on like a figurine before. But her hair, I'm gonna use this reference. You know what I realized I can do? I'm like, wow, it's really hard to see that. I'm like, you dum-dum, you can zoom in. Copy image, paint, paste, zoom. Zoom. Perfect. I will not draw the bunny ears. Though, as I've said before, I was almost went with a bunny model instead of a fox model. Different vibes, different times. It's that Jin Bridges Airfell split in me. Airfell would have bunny ears. Jin Bridges would not have bunny ears. Like if I was playing a what are they called? In Final Fantasy XIV, the bunny girl race. If I was playing one of those characters in MMO, 100% be named Arafella. Definitely not Jin Bridges. Jin Bridges would be a what are the cat girls are called? It's been a while since I played Final Fantasy XIV. All right, Hatsune Miku, we're doing this. This is my last reference. We're probably not gonna. I'm not going to converge on actually. This is a Jin Bridges work, but we are exploring artistic styles and elements that compose it. For the next time, I will definitely make more progress. So Hatsune Miku, we have the face. That's way kind of like a little more shallow like this. We're gonna go up. Like a little smile, a hint of a nose, an anime style. Eyes, and then like this, and then kind of like that, and then there's like an eye in there, and there's like a further iris. And then there's an eyebrow coming down like at this angle. And then this one is like, I'm Hatsune Miku and I'm super cool. And like, we know Hatsune Miku. You know, rub it in all the time. And then this actually was supposed to go up like this. Like some extra lines. And then, okay, hairstyle. This is what I'm here for. There's a line that goes like here. It's gonna be a bit scratchier than normal because I'm drawing off a, to say real life reference, I'm like, technically this model, this 3D printed model is real life, but it's not like I'm drawing off a human model. So imagine like one of those drawing classes where you have a live model that you're drawing off of it as reference, but instead it's just like a holographic Hatsune Miku. Shit, that'd be super cool. Be right back. I'm gonna pivot into doing live 3D holographic drawing classes for weebs. Is that a really good idea? So then there's, this comes down and like, and then there's gonna be another thing of hair. I like this like I'll show in a second. There's this kind of defining clump of hair here, like this. And it comes down like that. And then Hatsune Miku, there's like, oh, there's a colored stripe, which I really like. That kind of comes through the center here. I really like, honestly, I think I like styles that have two-tone hair. I think that's something like a trend I've seen in some anime, like Lycris Recoil, for example, has it. I think it's just kind of neat. And we have, okay, so from right about here, we have, the hair comes back. We're gonna have a braid, there's a braid here, and it kind of comes into here, and I do this, it just kind of comes over here. This hair keeps going down. There's like a little fringe here. I'm definitely not drawing the intricacies of this braid. But this is a braid. Imagine a braid. Jeez. Pretend it's a braid. There is a there is a bunny headband. I do like how for this it's actually just like a straight up headband and it's not actually like Miku does not have bunny ears, good sir. This is a headband. Very clearly on this figure. It's like, how dare you? How dare you imply otherwise? For our Lord and Savior Hatsune Miku, praise be. Okay. So we got the. I guess this is 80% of the twin tail is like in this like very tight braid, and then it kind of goes like. There's two pieces. It kind of goes up like this, and then it kind of goes. Here. It's a bit scratchy, but I'm trying to work out. And then over here we go up. Down like this. It's a different tone than this hair piece right here, so it would stand out. But then we got like some layering bits. Oop. Don't like that line. Feels too scratchy. So kind of like this. Not bad. Not perfect. No. It got sorted. Now dad prays on the bottom. But no chibi model to bid him. I do like that better. I do like this. This is a good Hatsune Miku reference. I think the eyes are too small and the face version's a little off. Not the best Hatsune Miku out there. But I might end with this one. That was pretty good. So I'm looking at design elements. If I look at design elements, I think I definitely I like this here on this Hatsune Miku, the stripe a lot. I think that's pretty cool. I like the kind of the shape of these braids on Miku and kind of like on Fischl. They're kind of like, not Fischl, Ame-chan up here. They're kind of similar. For Miku, these are her hair, right? They're hair that are braided and wrapped around to contain the ponytail. I think for Jin Britch's hair is not that long. So I need to work out what this accessory is to actually like hold the twin tails in place. I like the Miku bangs here. Definitely like better than like the kind of flat chopped Ame-chan bangs. Probably if I was to pick and say, I kind of like this hairstyle between this Miku and Ame-chan, but then probably the bangs and like the framing hair pieces between Miku, somewhere between Miku and Fischl. If I had to, no, if I had to pick in terms of like what I want to get to, this one up here, that's definitely not Bubbles. But I will write on this one. Give me. It's gonna be color. Oh, this was the. It's fast as Miku color I can find. Buy cute bunnies. Miku. Street version. Street pink. That was pretty good. And this is this. Then over here we've got, for reference, this is Fischl. official, and then Ame-chan is, I like a black red. I have a black red. I don't know if I have a black red on this palette. This is future me. Ame-chan. So somewhere like if I was to like plot out like somewhere between these three, that's kind of where I see Jin Britches. Color wise, if I just look at colors real quick, Jin Britches is somewhere in the just pink. Not red, somewhere like color palette wise. How's it? I'm not sure exactly where. I think it's a little bit less colored. It's kind of like a white, almost pink. Oh man, the like, oh, you know what? You're not wrong. I really like the animation style of Rabbit Hole Miku and Mesmerizer as well. I think like, I need to look up the, I'm not sure the artist is, but like, that style is like, I don't know. Part of me is like, that is too cool for what I can draw. However, I could practice. Actually, let's make that as a note. Look up. Oh, wrong pen. That is. I do like Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole, Miku, Nendoroid, or figure is definitely one of like, I think it'd be super cool to have, but I'm like, that is, am I ready? Am I ready in my figurine collecting journey to get a Rabbit Hole Miku? I don't think I am yet. Oh no, what a worrying search. When you look up Rabbit Hole Miku, one of the like suggested things is how old. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna join you. I'm gonna resist. I have 12 figurines pre-ordered right now for the 2025 to early 2026. Maybe once I get my goddess Miku, then we'll cook, then we'll talk. Nintendos are fairly safe. Oh my god, it's doing the reload thing. So yeah, the Rabbit Hole Miku is that's a good reference also. Ame-chan official Rabbit Hole. Oh, color wise, so color for Jin Britches. Jin Britches' eye color is pretty much the Spanish eye color. Wait, no, it's not. No. What am I talking about? That's Arafella. Wrong character. Let me grab this color back. Come on. You're supposed to be, there we go. So the color is, it's hard to see, but it's like the hairs are like, is essentially white with like a touch of gray, maybe a touch of pink in it. The eye colors are kind of like a dusty violet, leaning to purple. And then like, I really want to add like how, I don't have it here, but how the bunny, Buy Cute Bunnies Miku Street version has like that stripe, like a contrast stripe. It'd be super cool to have. Harmony, let's see if this works. So if I'm in this like purpley tone, it would be a green. I almost just want to be like, you know what, like as a contrast. Oh my god, palettes. Could just do a contrast stripe in the Spanish eye green, as like kind of the Jin Britches color palette. And of course, the skin tone is going to be pasty Spanish. Let's be honest here. Clothing wise, I'm not sure. Clothes are a separate discussion for the future. We'll get there eventually. I've not practiced drawing clothes or drawing them enough to draw them from scratch. It is somewhere I'd like to get to eventually. Seafoam green. I think drawing, let's see. I'm not setting the colors yet. I'm saying like mostly for a lot of this, I'm pulling out what colors do I frequently use. That's not seafoam green. What colors I frequently use in character creators is kind of what some of this is pulling from. I worry about like for seafoam green going to, I don't really want to go pastel. Mostly I'm not a huge pastel fan, but for these, I'd want like a sharp popping color. I'm not sure I'm committed to these. Normally I just pick gray or white for the hair, so I can kind of go with anything. But it's something I'll need to think on as I iterate, is what is the color scheme and what color theme for it. Probably not pastels. Like I like the colors in that Catch the Wave Miku. I should write that down actually. Oh my god, wrong pen. I keep trying to write with the shading pen. Like the contrasty pop art colors in the Catch the Wave Miku are really cool. So like that's what I'm drawn to. Is that the right color palette and color, not palette, but aesthetic for Jin Britches? I don't know yet. We'll think about it. We'll iterate. We'll have another drawing session where we go back and visit these references, think about colors, practice more, and try to get to that. What is our version of Jin Britches we want to draw here? But that'll be for next time, probably in 2 weeks. 2 weeks Friday, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm not sure what time slot works necessarily best. One of those times probably 5 o'clock. We'll see. I don't make my schedule till the week before, so you know, it's risk. I want to thank everyone for joining me today as I struggle through trying to draw and figure out what does Jin Britches OC look like? What are references that are good? Thank you, Trip Cryptid, for the Miku references. They are very helpful. The Baikyubioni's, Rabbit Hole, and Catch... I mean, I knew Rabbit Hole, I just didn't think of it. Catch the Wave Miku, all very good references to use in the next one. Next time I'll probably try to get the references together ahead of time and put them on in the Procreate, so I can look at them directly. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. If you didn't enjoy yourselves, why were you here? That's a question to ask. I'll be streaming again on... I think I'll be streaming 10 a.m. on Sunday morning playing Oblivion. There's a minor chance that I'm going to be golfing instead. If plans interrupt that schedule, I will let people know. Otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great May. Don't suffer from allergies like myself. Cook yourself something nice. Have an enjoyable time. And I'll catch everybody next time I stream. Bye-bye, everybody.